Good evening, and welcome to... No, I'm kidding. What up? Hello? Let me give you the game so you can actually see it. There you go. Welcome to whatever this is. Call of the Sea, Day 2. I was actually thinking about this story earlier today. Like, I knew I was going to be playing it tonight again. And I was thinking about some of the plot points in it. I wonder, there's no sound in the journal. Yeah, the journal's a bit awkward to open because there's no sound in it. But I was just wanting to check. You know what? Quick recap of this story, because I know a lot of people don't watch part 1 and then they click on part 2. I know this. And especially if this is the last day I play this, any upload I put to YouTube that has finale in it always gets a lot of views. Anything that has part 1 gets a lot of views, and then there's a dip in the middle. So there's a chance that more people will see this than see part 1. Essentially, we're on an island. Our husband, because we're playing a woman, right? Like, our husband went to the island to find a cure for our illness. We have, like, this illness where our hands are turning, like, black and splotchy. And I think she has this kind of fatigue where she's not really great at, like, walking long distances, standing up for a long time. So the husband goes to find a cure, doesn't return, so she decides to go on her own, and she comes to the island and begins to feel a little bit better. And then we've seen, you know, like a lot of weird things that are kind of only explainable by saying it's a Cthulhu monster. It's a old deep sea god. So yeah. Like she says, there has been a month since Harry's last letter. That's in July. And then by the time she actually leaves, July, August, September, October, and then I'm guessing, yeah, it's November by the time she actually, like, gets to the island. Yeah, it's quite a few months after her husband leaves. But I guess back in, like, 1934, communication was slower, and if you were going to be at a distance from somebody, it's not like you just send a text or, like, hop on Zoom. So, yeah, I wanted to know if there was anything. It'd be cool if this was searchable. I want to know if there was anything about, like, why they thought the cure was here. Like, why did they think the cure was on this island? And I can't remember seeing anything about that. Yeah. She's having dreams about the island. It's been a month since I received Harry's last letter. It was postmarked San Francisco and mentioned that the answer to my illness might be found in the Pacific Ocean. That's it. So we haven't seen a letter in Harry's possessions back at the camp that said why. Why do they think the cure is here? The only thing that I could think of is that possibly when Harry's landed here in Polynesia, that's a really cool big old statue. The only thing I can think is that maybe when Harry landed here and described his wife's illness and showed the photos to people, they were like, oh yeah, the island. And maybe it's not that the cure is on the island, maybe it's because other people afflicted by the same thing are on the island. Which would make more sense, because we did see a photo of one of the crew members' arms turning that way. Almost like he's turning, like, into a sea creature. So, possibly the cure was never here. Possibly what was here is just... What is that? It's a rock. The rocks kind of have these reflections on them that look like eyes. You see there, and then there. Anyway, so yeah, possibly, like, there was never actually a cure here at all, and there was just other people afflicted by the same disease. And that's the reason that we came here, which is kind of sad when you think about it, that there was never actually any hope. Kind of spooky. Kind of spooky right now.
I wonder what else could be seen beyond these shores.
I really need to blow my nose.
Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
I don't know what this would be for. Strange marks on the wooden pole, notches, and then there's... Maybe they tied somebody here, but like, why would you need the notches? I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, I forgot I could run. She's actually able to run now. She's feeling that much better.
Looks like they took items from the stranded ship.
Is it too loud? It kind of feels like when I'm outside, the audio is a little bit overpowering. It should be fine.
My God, look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
It took 4 of us to subdue him. Where did he get that strength? Where did he get that one shoe? Yeah, so he's got the black splotches. We're not sure, like, obviously this is a photo. That could just be that he's covered in the stuff, or it could be that he's mutating.
Those footprints definitely do not look human.
Oh! Yeah, pretty sure he's mutating.
This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing? Floating rocks?
The doctor seems to be whispering to some rocks. Are they flowing? What? The rocks? This? Okay.
So, is this recording?
I'll shut up and let this play.
Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play.
DeWitt, where have you been this whole time?
Oh my God! He's got a knife!
Get off me, you lunatic! Hold him! Hold him for Christ's sake! Call the Aroa, quick!
Damn. You know, this game isn't even listed as a horror, right? Like, you know how you can tag games on Steam? About 2,500 people have reviewed it, I think, and I would say probably around about the same amount of people would have given it some tags, and it's not tagged with horror. But it is a little bit spooky.
He's repairing my old music box. Attack? What attack?
Frank, they're trying to repair Harry's music box just before the attack. Oh, Frank trying to... okay. So there's the guy in the distance with the knife.
What happened on this ship?
Oh! Her music box is why she's infected. It's like the Song of the Sea, the Call of the Sea. It's why it's called the Call of the Sea.
What happened on this ship?
Yeah, boy.
Photographic film.
Transparent film cartridge, 12 EXP. Warden Blake News Agency. Strange
Goodness
incident
me, what a
in
collection of happy
Massachusetts.
news.
The Gardner family vanishes from their Arkham farm by C.D. Ward. Robert Seidman and his wife found dead at high seas. Cults and Rituals, an interview with Inspector John Raymond Lagrasse by C.D. Ward.
I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness.
Newbury Tiara exhibition coming to Boston. It's like, these kind of look like moon things, right? I don't know. That one was locked away like in a box as if it was special, but it doesn't seem that special.
Anything inside the tents. A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories.
The House at the End of the World, a tale of mystery fantasy by Chandra... Oh wait, mystery fantasy and intrigue by Chandler R. Hogarth. Alright, cool.
Never heard of this Eric Zahn fella.
What does it say? Gesamtaufnahme? Gesamtaufnahme? Is Nama name? We're gonna Google this because we're really smart. Remember yesterday when I translated the French letter from the beach? We're gonna translate this. Alright, how do you spell this shit? Gazam Tauf No. It just says overall recording. It's not very fun. It's not very amazing. Alright.
Typewriter.
A typewriter, and that's it. I guess maybe... I mean, it's obvious this is just like, this is the photographer's tent. I wonder why this isn't a puzzle. You know how sometimes you would have a puzzle where you like have to do the steps of a like darkroom photography thing? Hold on, I can't see that.
Someone took notes about some important dates.
Arrived June 30th, July 1st set up camp. July 14th, Roy blows up the Wells hatch, right? We strike camp and move to the beach. Oh! So they were actually there longer than their provisions were gonna last. Their provisions were gonna last 21 days, and they were actually there for 24 days before they decided to move here. And then they were here like a further 21 days, 22 days. Last entry in Lady Shannon's log. Right. So did the Lady Shannon come back for them and then crashed? This is kind of interesting. Not kind of, it is interesting. Let me go inside where it's quiet so I can talk. I love that. I love that it's quieter in here. So, I remember yesterday I made a mistake. I said maybe their provisions would last longer because there's locals here and there was fishing nets. But there wasn't locals here. You can tell there wasn't locals here because there's no mention of the locals in their writing, but also because the locals were all killed off. We know that from the totems on the beach when we landed. And then the other thing is, the family crests that were above the 4 doors, the ones that like weren't actually used for anything, or if they were, I completely missed it. These ones, these family crests ended up, were they even used? Oh my god, they were. They were used. Each crest was a part. So you took the crown from this one, and then you take the hands from this one, because this one would be the manta ray. Oh my, I solved that puzzle without even realizing it, because all I did was spin these things until it like made a funny face. I didn't even try. Wow. Anyway, this I think it was the turtle? No. I can't remember which one it was, but one of these was used as a headstone for Roy that got blown up. And they wouldn't have been able to do that if the locals were there. They wouldn't have been able to just move into the locals' houses and start fucking stuff up. That's what this was, though. This was like, yeah. Oh my god. So it's like the top part from the first house and then the bottom part. I didn't know that. I just guessed. I didn't guess intentionally either. I just thought like I'll mess around with it for a second to make some funny faces. Alright. So yeah. What I was saying is there definitely was no locals. There were no locals here. That was not a thing. Is that a handprint? Do you see those fingerprints? Let's look at some more stuff.
Did he take some amulets from the other campsite? Or did he carve some more?
If she can't tell the difference between the amulets at the campsite and the ones here, that means that they were all made within a short period of time, right? Not long enough for the wood to age and dry, which would mean that the Cthulhu transformation of the local villagers happened recently.
The expedition only has 5 members now.
Let's keep having a look around.
The menu is rather limited here.
So this is the provisions from the ship. Am I getting this wrong? Or basically, like, they dashed the camp, it said. They left the camp after 3 weeks, and they moved over here. Then the boat crashed, which looks like it, like, actually got thrown or slashed by Cthulhu. And then the rest of the expedition members were able to survive here.
No power.
There's never power in puzzle games.
Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my grandpa Isaiah.
Innsmouth. Like the Cthulhu story Shadow over Innsmouth. Or Innsmouth, as it probably should be pronounced. This is alcohol? I guess there's no power, so I can't see all this shit. Maybe I should try and get power before I do anything else. Whoa. Do you know how that guy in the first area was scared of the well? He was probably scared of the well the same way that I'm scared of this fucking piece of water, because that's where they were coming from. Right? Like, he probably had reason to be scared of it, because he thought there was monsters in it. Ugh, the sounds, the like echoey sounds of the cave, fuck's sake. I know it's not even a jump scare horror game. Nothing's gonna scare me. But the sounds, it's
You
messed
always
up.
did have a good ear, Harry.
Been studying the structure for the last few days. The tones it emits change consistently with the tides. It's not a horror game. It actually isn't. It's horror as a theme and not horror as a genre. So, yes, it's about Cthulhu and cosmic horrors and, you know, spooky island, but there's no jump scares. There's no, like, getting chased down a hallway by a fishman or things popping out of the ground, right? It's literally just the girl that we're playing as has an illness where her hands are going like black and she feels faint and she doesn't have a lot of energy. She kind of has like chronic fatigue syndrome, and her husband went to this island to try and find a cure. His expedition was about 3 or 4 months ago, and she decides to go look for him. So she's on her own expedition and she doesn't get picked up for another week. So she's trying to find, like, you know, the cure, but also her husband. And it looks like the local people are turning into fishmen, or they already have, and then the people on the boat are going crazy and stuff. But it's not a horror. It actually
How
isn't.
can someone build something like this out of stone?
Huge stone pipe organ, basalt structure. Waves push air through the carved stone tubes. So the whole thing's called Call of the Sea, and I'm guessing at this, but I think that the music box that she had when she was, like, I guess younger, the music box she inherited is the thing that caused her to start transforming into a fishman. Maybe like the song is what turns them into fish people. But yeah. Also, what up, Uso? I didn't even say hello. I just went right into talking.
Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from
New
the Lady
PC?
Shannon.
Cool, cool. I've had a couple of friends build PCs recently. Turtle got a new PC with a 4070. He upgraded from a 1070 to a 4070, which is like fucking huge increase, like a lot. Yeah, you know, modern like motherboards. Some of the motherboards, because people like have NVMe slots and stuff, they don't have a whole bunch of SATA ports. My motherboard only has 4 SATA ports, whereas my last one was like a, you know, similarly priced motherboard, but just previous generation. It had 8. I think it had 8. It didn't just have 6. I think it had 8. it's due to like people not needing CD drives anymore, and then like NVMe drives are on the actual board. So yeah, like 4. Like that's about most people have 4 on modern motherboards, unless you really look for a motherboard that has more and pay a lot more. Yep, I have one NVMe that's like under the PCI, and then I have 4. But I think my last one did have 8. A little scrap of paper. Son of a... Can we read it? Does it say bitch? I'm pretty sure that's a B, and then this is a T. This son of a bitch, right? Or that's a H. Son of a bitch, DeWitt stabbed Frank. Luckily, it was just a flesh wound. It's a good thing they held me back, or I would have plugged that fucking nutcase. I don't know what that says. Like the rabid dog. That... Jesus, what am I saying?
I've never seen Harry so angry.
Wow.
A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
There's no power, right? So this won't work.
It might need to be turned on. It might need to be turned on.
Ooh, wow! Floating rocks, like in the photograph.
What kind of doodad is this?
Alright, when this works, I'm... Like, you're musical as well, you play guitar. You know how, like, you can tell when a piano is playing the right notes instantly? Like, if you press C and it's a C, if you press E and it's an E, right? There was a piano in a game I played recently, and it wasn't the right notes. It wasn't even close to the right notes, and none of the... It was, Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think, right? Fuck, was it? It was. Yeah. New drawing monitor. Did you get a Huion? Or an XP pen? I've been using an XP pen, like... You know the ones that don't have a screen? I've been using like a $50 one. And it's a Deco Art 2, I think. And it's way fucking better than the Huion. The XP Pen Deco Art thing that I'm using is way better than the Huion. I still have a Huion GT210 that I use as a second monitor for reading chat. But it was never as good as this is. Wow. This is like way better.
The size of these stones.
I actually find myself using it more because it doesn't hurt my arm as much. Like, it's an easel type display monitor and it's glass. So it's very heavy, the big Huion one. Like, it's very heavy. And it has, like, quite a thick back on it. So the monitor arm I would need would have to be, like, one of those, you know, like, fucking hydraulic things that look like something out of Armored Core, right? Like, it would have to be, like, a Gundam arm to support this bitch. So I usually just use it as an easel-style thing. And my shoulder gets so sore after, like, 2 or 3 hours that I'm just done. So I find myself using my tablet more often now. Like, I could easily go 4 or 6 hours without any pain. Alright.
These symbols are linked to
so
the piano
1, 2,
keys.
3, 4, and then one of these is going to be 5, 6, 7. If I had to guess, I would say that... Which one would look like 5, 6, and 7? Maybe it just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And this is 7. So it's like C, C sharp, D, or C, C sharp, D sharp, F, G, G sharp, and yeah, A sharp, B flat. Cool. Did we note that down? A lot of this game is just she writes stuff in her notes and then you use your notes to solve the puzzle. Like, it's very... It gives you a lot of information and then it narrows it down by where it puts it in the book. Like, if it puts it in the log, it's probably not relevant. If it puts it in the notes, then it is relevant to the puzzle. XP pens are really good though. I gotta say, like, I think as a company, the driver software and stuff like that is so much better than Huion's software. I did have like one issue when I first installed the XP pen, but it was as simple as just like latest drivers done.
It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around.
Woohoo, woman's lib.
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
Yeah, this is the organ for the pipes, right? Like this is, and then maybe those blocks at the top, those blocks go into it.
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
I don't know how loud it is, but there's dripping and cracking noises, wind whistling through the walls. It is a spooky game. Yeah, old Cintiqs, it's crazy that, like, they last so fucking long. Like, I've seen people on YouTube who've had the same Cintiq for, you know, their whole career, like 15 years. But I guess there's gonna be a point where they stop playing well.
This isn't just some ghastly dream.
Yeah, I could believe it. 2007, like, yeah, 15, 16 years. A lot of people that live in LA have such a wide abundance of, like, used Cintiqs because of all the colleges and professional studios that get shut down. I remember, who was it that was talking about it? Was it Cynics? It might have been Cynics was talking about that, about how, like, he could probably make a profit just every like summer when schools are buying new equipment, just buying all the old Cintiqs and refurbishing them. Because there's that many.
These two fellows seem to get along pretty well.
They were roommates, Frank and T. Haroa. T. Haroa must be a Polynesian name. Singing while working in the shop. What do you think they're singing? California girls were undeniable. Daisy Dukes, Cthulhu on top.
Side, whoever you are.
Frank, I understand what you're saying, but we can't leave Harry here alone. I know you must think I'm only interested in a scoop, but what would you do if it were your wife who was sick? Would you let her die? I'm staying here to the end. C.
I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are.
Yeah, we haven't seen C's name. It looks like C had 2 tents as well. He must have had this photographer's tent with the portable typewriter. Right? And then he also had a tent over here?
I don't know if someone in the expedition was a cook, but I really hope they didn't rely on Harry for it. When he lived in the dormitory, he only ate out of tomato soup and corn cans. I've never seen anybody with such poor nourishment.
It's her. She is C. I was thinking that maybe the person taking the photo could have been C, the journalist, but no, it's her. Yeah. So hold on, who fucking got stabbed? Who got stabbed? I'm so confused now. Somebody... Right. This guy.
My God. Look at his...
Right, he was going crazy.
This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing? Floating?
The doctor
rocks?
seems to be whispering to some rocks, right? I really want to get the story in this, because I feel like whenever I play a game on Twitch, I just glance over everything, and I don't hit everything, hit every mark. Frank trying to repair Harry's music box just before the attack. This is Frank, this is Harry, our husband, and then this is the guy that attacked. So was it the doctor that attacked? It must have been the doctor that attacked. And then who did he stab? Oh god, I'm so bad at fucking following stories. I'm really, like, so bad it's not even funny. Dr. DeWitt's mind was getting worse and he tried to stab Frank. Oh! The doctor seemed to be possessed by something that gave him incredible strength. The rest of the expedition had to subdue him and tie him to a pole. After several days of descending further into madness, the doctor disappeared in the dead of the night. Yeah, and then he left like Cthulhu fishman footprints. Got it. Right, can we sort out this power ship? I think I finally have to go to the boat. I was probably supposed to go here first. Yeah, I was probably meant to go here first because, like, semiotics? What's the word? Semiotics? The game started me over here, right? And then this thing's lit up, but I chose to go this path here because, like, I'm weird. And I guess I like to do things that the game doesn't tell me to do. I think I was meant to be exploring all that while the lights were on. But I just didn't.
I'm terrified. I've always been afraid of storms, but something or someone seems to be moving there on the reefs. Or is it just my imagination?
Where? Oh yeah, I see something. Do you see, like, right, dead center of the screen, there's like 2 reflective dots on the rock that's on its own? I don't know if that's meant to be eyes, or maybe it's just reflections that are meant to look like eyes. Do you see them? Maybe I'm stoned, I don't fucking know. Alright, let's go in the boat, let's get the power running. Let's have a look at the ship. It's in a ship shape, but it's not very ship shape.
My God. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
Gash. Alright, do Americans say gash? Uso, be my resident American. Do they say gash for like a woman's... Like it's a vulgar word. Like it's very vulgar. It's more of an older word as well. Like maybe 70s, 80s. Yeah, it's like a 70s, 80s thing. You would probably hear it in like a gangster film with like English gangsters. And you might hear it with like really rough like people from England. They say gash. I think I've heard it on Critical Role.
This place gives me the creeps.
And I think Sam Riegel from Critical Role has made, like, you know, the joke or like nodded to the reference of it meaning like a gash.
I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains.
Sam Riegel's LA born and bred, but obviously he's quite worldly. So he would maybe just, you know it through being a voice actor and maybe like reading a script where he had to do a British accent. I don't know. Alright, let's avoid this blinking lights because I don't like doing what games want us to do. This is where the people were running. This is where they were running away from the ship's cabin. Yeah. Well, Americans say axe wound, right? We shouldn't even be having this conversation. This is fucking filthy. This is vulgar. I'm gonna get demonetized.
Nope, wrong. This isn't right. Dead as a doornail.
Oh, it's a trial and error where you have to like...
I'll try again.
Yeah, you gotta Simon Says it.
All green. Now, what exactly did I turn on?
Alright, let's go in the captain's quarters first.
That voice.
When I first installed this game and I was looking at buying it, I didn't think the graphics were going to be this good. I didn't think it was going to be voice acted, and I didn't think it was actually going to have this much atmosphere. I'm actually like, this is scary to me. This is scarier than any game I played during Horror Month last year. There's something about it that's just creepy. It's foreboding, right?
Is that Harry? No, just a recording. Apparently, Harry's expedition waited for a long time to be rescued.
Yeah, that's
Did they
actually
give up hope?
that's actually about the right timeline, because that's 32 marks, and it was, I think it was 24 days between the last ship's log and then the last log from camp. So yeah,
The ship was whaling not far from here.
Pacific Ocean, Tahiti, Wales.
Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
June 30th, 1934, 8:25 a.m. We delivered the 6 members of the Everhart expedition to the island without incident. We'll come back to pick them up again in 3 weeks. Right, so the big boat that we're on right now is the boat that dropped them off. We already knew that, though. If there's anything left to pick up by then, see, they're kind of scared of it, right? Left the island after lunch, no incidents. July 1st, 1934, 6 a.m. The area nearby seems adequate for whaling. We might get a good catch. So they chose to whale nearby after dropping them off. Cool.
This is the captain's last entry.
July 14th, 1934, 10:25 a.m. Good weather and clear sailing until a surprise undercurrent shook the ship. I haven't seen the sea that rough in years, so it's probably Cthulhu, like, swimming past, right? 5:25 p.m. First mate swears he saw a huge sea creature near the hull shortly afterwards. Definitely not a whale. Wow!
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
I've wired up your message to the radio like you asked, Mr. Everhart. It'll keep broadcasting as long as the ship's got fuel. God help us, Frank.
What were you looking for in the heart of the island?
I was thinking the expedition had failed and was worried about how we'd get back home. But then I found those stairs that led me to the giant stone organ. It might be another way to get to the very heart of the island. In any case, there's nothing we can do until someone hears our distress call. I guess you could just turn that off if it's annoying you.
Maybe the legend is more real than it seems.
On the island of Ponape, there's a city called Nan Madol that's composed entirely of large basalt structures. Legend has it that the city was built with floating stones moved by black magic. Yeah, it's very similar to the Giant's Causeway. The Giant's Causeway is like made out of basalt rocks that just make these columns. These like columns that almost look like cobblestones, like big cobbles. You've probably seen it like a million times.
These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber.
I'm guessing the... Alright, it's one of these puzzles. So it's one of these puzzles where like each dial moves different things and you have to like get them all to be on the same level. Alright, so... Yeah. I'm doing it. Oh, fuck. I fucked it. I fucked it up, right? I fucked it up. Do I have to shove one into the ground? Is that a thing? How am I not doing this? How am I not doing this when I've like clicked it this many times? Alright, right. Hear me out. Hear me out. This first one moves the front and back, right? So I need the back one to be up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clicks. Right? 2, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm using the mouse so it's like more difficult. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? And then this one up by 8, and then this one should solve it. No? Oh my god. Hold up. Fuck it.
The black ooze's properties are perplexing.
Black ooze test changes consistency, levitates when exposed to different vibration frequencies.
And I was completely covered in that black goo.
Everything
I
on
wonder
this
what it'll do to me.
Everything on this rotten island has something to do with the damn black ooze in one way or another. Even Dr. DeWitt's irrational behavior seems to be related to his getting exposed to that awful liquid. At the end of chapter 2, the protagonist, the lady we're playing as, got covered in it, and she turned into like a frog man for like a kind of split second, like a kind of little cutscene thing. Oh my god, am I missing an input here? I'm not, right? Like, I just need to get this right. Oh wait, this is it. Right? And then I just go down by... Oh wait, that was one off. How could I not do this? How could I not do this? This is fucking crazy. How can I not work this out? It's like a puzzle that makes no sense to me. I'm pretty certain that what we're trying to do is get these all to go green, and it's going to give us a bunch of numbers. We copy down the numbers and we use them for something. I don't think I'm missing any part of this puzzle. However... Alright, this moves 1 and 3. This moves 1 and 2. This moves 2 and 3. Right? We've all seen puzzles like this. There was one of these in the final part of the House of Da Vinci. In the tower, but it was fluid, but it was very similar. Oh no, it wasn't similar. It wasn't House of Da Vinci either. Was it The Room? Fuck, I've played all 4 Room games and I played them pretty close together, so I can't really remember. This is 1 and 2. This is 1 and 3. This is 2 and 3. 1 and 2. 1 and 3. So, we probably want 1 to be higher than it needs to go. And then we're going to bring down 1 and 2 together. Oh, we can't go that much lower. Right, they have to be higher first. Yeah. Ah. Wait, wait. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm close. Oh, I think I've got it. Alright. Alright, hear me out. This one is 1 and 3. This one is 1 and 2. We bring... Oh, fuck. We bring... Oh, no. We bring this one down by 8, and this one down by 8, and then this one up, then this one up? Oh, no. Because I want there to be a gap between this one and this one, right? Because we know this is right, and we know this is right. So I want there to be a gap between them. I want there to be a gap between 1 and 3 of like 8 clicks, and then have 2 and 3 together, 8 clicks above where it needs to go. So now they're where they need to be, and then I need them above, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then now I need 1 and 2 to be separated by the same amount. How can I not get this? How can I not fucking work this out? I'm so dumb. I am literally so dumb. Oh my god. I can't go any lower, right? Because like there's a setting. There's a setting here. But it's not as simple as the setting. It's the order you do it in as well, isn't it? What the fuck am I doing? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. I'm not even kidding. We'll come back to it. I'm actually fucking... Oh my god. Alright, we were pulling levers, and I'm pretty sure we were meant to have done this ages ago.
In this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness.
Why is it so scary? Such a scary game, and for what? For what reason?
At last, some light. That should make things easier.
You think? This would have been way less scary if it was like this well lit before. I don't think it really helps me though. Yeah, it's not exact. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on.
Oh dear. This dog was a certifiable loon.
That's the blade. That's the fucking blade that was in the box. What the fuck is this thing? Do I not have a photo of it? I don't have a photo of it. No. You mean to tell me she doesn't even have a photo of that fucking blade?
These medical tools are hair-raising.
Alright, I'm going back on the boat. I've psyched myself up. I'm pretty sure that's a puzzle, right? Even though the notes that we've taken are for the piano and for the lunar cycle, I'm pretty certain that it is a puzzle to get all those three things to levitate at the same way. At the same height, I should say. I just can't work it out. You're trying to get like, the first one does 1 and 3, right? And the second one does 1 and 2, and then the second one does 2 and 3. It's like doing a Rubik's Cube. When you try and like move the red into the middle part, and then you get that one. But then you've moved the others, so you need to remember how you did it, so you can go and move another one. This better be a puzzle. And not just like an idiot test. Cause wouldn't you want like wouldn't you want one of these to be lower than the other one before you start moving it, which is like impossible? This is an idiot test, right? There's no way. There's no way this actually is possible. Because if I move this, it's 1 and 2. And if I move this, it's 1 and 3. The dials don't do anything. This light doesn't do anything. I think when this green light's on, it's going to light up this green light, and these dials are going to show something. Some code. That I don't need yet. But I will eventually, because it's a puzzle game. No wonder they were stranded. They probably couldn't solve that puzzle either. Is it even a puzzle? It's probably not even a fucking puzzle. It's probably like an idiot test, like I just said. They put this in the game. I wonder how long people will spend trying to work this one out. Like, you know? When you hit the reset button, it just drops everything off and turns it back on to where it was. So the reset button doesn't actually reset it. Is it possible that I like gimped it and it doesn't work now? How can I get them? to be the same level here, but I can't get them to be the same level, just the same thing but lower. How is that a possibility? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can get them to line up in any other position except from the position where I want them to be. And I swear I'm not trolling. There's no way. There's no way. Cause look, that's the same. That's the same. But they're like, this one is one off. Right? Now they're all the same. Now they're all in a line, right? Like you can see this. They're in a line. But like I can't get it to do that, but be lower. Can't do it. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. I'm fucking out of here. You can keep it secrets. You keep your secrets. I got a husband to find. Now that I have power, I could do the piano thing, and then I still don't know what the lunar cycles is. I don't know what that puzzle's for, but, you know. Who knows? Maybe we do the piano thing and then some weird shit happens and then we're done. If that actually is a thing, and one of the 2,500 people who reviewed this game wrote a walkthrough guide, I'll do it at the end of the stream. Maybe there's a chapter select and I can come back and do it. Whoa, this is a big area.
Some kind of improvised workshop.
Oh shit.
This must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking. You made it work, Harry. Now
Good
it's
morning,
my turn.
crew. Sorry for the what does this say? Revile? Revile? I guess this is revile. I've never heard of this fucking word. I've literally never seen this word in my life. French origin, maybe? I don't know. Sorry for the revile this morning. I didn't expect to wake all of you up with the noise from the awful organ. The good news is that the organ revealed the entrance to a temple, and the bad news is that the temple is on the mountaintop, so I hope you're in the mood for a good hike. All joking aside, the temple has the answer that I'm looking for. We can finally leave this damn island and go home. Thank you all for sticking with me, Harry. Good old Harry. We don't have a shadow.
So this is the reason the ship was scavenged.
Frank, if we want to enter the temple on the mountaintop, we'll have to reproduce the effects of the organ somehow. I know we weren't planning on this, but we'll have to build a machine with whatever we can lay our hands on from the Lady Shannon. Do you think we can do that, Harry? Harry was so driven to fucking get the cure and get to the center of the island that he basically fucked up the boat. I mean, the boat was pretty fucked up, but you know what I mean. Like, he put the efforts towards fixing the organ rather than trying to make a raft to get back to Polynesia. I mean, it's literally, how many miles? 74 miles from Tahiti? Something like that? Oh, shit. Yeah, about the place 74 miles east of Tahiti. He could have, like, put together a boat and gotten back, right? They got life preservers and shit that floats.
What kind of machine were you building?
Big old organ.
Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used a lot.
What does it say on it? Burns and Parsons. Manufacturing. Made in... I can't read that.
Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really seems to like
Frank, great idea. We'll move the materials we need to the summit so we can set up camp there. Just another thing, please stop calling me Mr. Everhart. Call me Harry. Cool, cool. Jesus, this game is huge. I wouldn't actually like say that this game is a walking simulator, but it definitely has a real sense of scale.
When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering.
And you
I've been
only
interested in knowing
only
how
get
things
that
work since
through
I was
having like a big
child,
distance
but
between
I always
things.
thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense.
Like it makes it so there's these huge like bits of land you have to cross. And it kind of becomes a walking sim. But, you know, it's not like fucking Dear Esther. Oof. Do you know Dear Esther has achievements now? I'm serious. It has achievements in a walking simulator, and I think you can collect items to get the achievements. Which there didn't used to be anything like that before. Fucking Dear Esther, dude. Literally the
Huge
most
stone
boring
door
game.
looks like an exit. How does it open?
Oh fuck! I'm a fucking idiot. I am an absolute buffoon. I am an absolute nincompoop. When we play the piano, it's gonna open the door that opens that shortcut, so you don't need to take this mountain path every time. I was meant to do it in the other order. I'm meant to be through... Dude, I should just play the game in the order it's like pushing me in. I'm definitely meant to be through where the piano was. But then why point this light over here, you know? I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Alright, where's the piano? Let's play Megalovania. What was the notes? Oh, it's the frequencies. All right. All right, now I have all the frequencies, but that doesn't help me, right? It does. I need to solve the puzzle on the boat with the levitating stones, the one that I can't solve. I need to solve that, and it'll give me a 9-digit code, and then the 9-digit code will be, or no, it won't be a 9-digit code. It'll be three frequencies. How can I not remember this? right here.
tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal.
Shit. Alright, tide levels, measurements.
I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal.
Harry Everhart. Oh my god. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that just tells us like yeah. This tells us like what these numbers are. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. But if it's at low tide, they shift. Ah. Oh no. Oh no, do you get this? So these are the numbers, but depending on the tide, the numbers change. And I'm guessing the tide changes based on the moon's phase. And then 7th of November is a new moon. Oh god. Which day is it? It's the 6th of November, but it's nighttime, so it's technically the 7th, right? So it's a new moon. Is the top thing the moon? So it's a new moon, so everything's changed. Oh shit. Hold up. I got this. I wish I could have both things on screen at the same time. I got this. I'm just gonna write this down. I might be totally wrong, but we're gonna try this. This is never the way you're meant to do this. So we have to play, I guess that's B flat. And then C. And then like I'm looking at the bottom row. So instead of, oh shit. Is that it? So it's B flat, C, and then it's the other. Oh wait, fuck. Oh no. Then it's C sharp. Am I doing this wrong? And then it's D sharp. Oh fuck. And then F. Then G. And then G sharp. This is wrong. This isn't gonna do anything either. I don't think this does anything. I think I'm trying to like make this do some weird shit. I don't fucking know. So, B flat. C. Is that it? Oh fuck. This is B flat, right? I think I did it wrong. Am I fucking high? I think I'm high. I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing. Maybe I'll go back to the boat and try that thing again. I thought that playing the piano was gonna open the door, which would open this thing here and would give me a shortcut up to the other part, but I don't think it does. I don't think it do. Feel pretty dumb. Yeah, like it gave me the moon's phases, And then it gave me the tides, I guess, but like, I don't... Right, so it's the 7th of November, right? And it says it's a new moon. And then it has this thing here that shows the tide as a filled in diamond at the top. You see how like this is lower tide? And then as the tide gets lower, the things change if the tide's fully out or whatever. But then I don't have a diamond to look through that shows me the tide. I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know what the tide is, and I'd have to trial and error every single one unless I could somehow find something that tells me what the tide is. It's like I'm looking for a diamond that's a viewport that I could look through.
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
Or maybe I solved the puzzle on the boat that gives me the free frequencies, and that gives me free keys to press, and then the free keys do something. Harry said in his message that playing the frequencies opened a door. Dude, I don't even fucking know. I'm gonna go back up the other way, and hopefully something jumps out at me. I didn't go all the way through into that other thing, into the high stone structure on the left. I didn't go in there intentionally because you heard me say it when I came back down. I said, I'm gonna do things in the order the game told me to do it. And it looks like it's using light to guide the player. It uses the cables from the boat, the power cables, and then it uses light.
This ornate structure certainly isn't natural, but not man-made either. This feels ominous.
Huh? Oh. So, I think this is going to be the free frequencies from the boat, if I could get the boat puzzle right, and it's going to lift up the stuff from underneath. Yeah. It's a new moon, and this would be the new moon symbol. It would be a symbol of just black, right? Oh, fuck. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I'm lost. I thought I was getting it, but I'm totally not getting it. There's more. There's more than just 3. How many is there? Oh my god.
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
Alright, right. So we know it's like a new tide, right? That helps. That helps.
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
And then there's one of these, right? See this guy? How many of these is there? Is there one for every single one? So there's 2, 3. I guess there is 6, 4, 5, and then if we come down here, there's 6. Okay? 6. And then over here, on this console, there is 7. So I guess this is 1? Oh shit, dude.
Must be instructions to operate this bizarre structure.
Tuning the organ by opening and closing the right tubes.
Must be instructions.
Oh my god. So see how these each have like a symbol on them? Like this is the symbol for 466 hertz. So if this is open, it plays 466 hertz. If it's closed, it doesn't. So maybe we're playing like one chord, and then the chord is going to do something. I mean, these free platforms kind of resemble the free platforms from the boat. I don't think we have all the stuff we need to solve this now, though. We can't solve this with this shit. But then maybe just powering the piano was to get the frequencies. No. It has to be the projector. We need to copy down something. There's the other one. So there is 7. Alright. Let's get the fuck out of here. Is this door really not gonna open? I feel like this should open. I'm walking all the way around because this door won't open. The map design's really good in this game in terms of opening shortcuts.
I'm quite scared of storms. When I was a child, I used to cover myself with the sheets to not listen to the noise of thunder. I honestly doubt I'd like to cover myself with anything in here. Time to overcome my fears, I guess.
Such a big walk. It almost makes it feel like you're not meant to do this. Alright, so I was doing this one, right? What was I doing? I was doing this one, which is wrong.
I think this is the right one.
Which one did she say that on? It's definitely this one. Right? Oh my god. But then... oh my god. Yeah, Photoshop, the one I use is old. And I had to like do every single shortcut manually, which knocks out like previous shortcuts. And I made a preset, and because it's the same version that I used on this PC, I thought I would just import it. Nope. Also importing your brushes. Nope. And then because there's no canvas flip button in old Photoshop, I had to make the macro for canvas flip. Ugh. The canvas flip in old Photoshop as well. If you're on like, say you're on this image and you're zoomed in where this calendar is, and you press the calendar flip, the flip screen button, right? It flips the whole thing. So you'd now be looking at the keyboard. Because if you're zoomed in here and you flip it, then you'd be zoomed in here. I have it set to whatever it's normally set to in Paint Tool Sci. I think it's like F5 or H or something. Whatever it used to be. I can't even remember. My keybinds are weird though. I use B for brush and I use E for eraser. And then I use S for selection tool, J for blend, because I use the smudge brush a lot. Like, you know, the finger. I use the smudge tool a lot. That's why my art looks shit. Alright. At least now this is all on the same page. So I don't need to like close the thing anymore. So it's G, then G sharp, then B flat, then C, and then D sharp. I know I'm mixing my sharps and flats, that's just how I do things. Then C sharp, and then F. And then those frequencies would be, I don't think the frequencies are important though. The frequencies would be 392. Yeah, 392, 415. I don't think the frequencies are important at all. I think those are just like to make it look scientific. 262. Free 11. Do you think there's no sound in the menus to give you time to think? I think that's a thing. So it's like easier to concentrate if you're trying to solve the puzzle. Alright. Oh yeah, R is ruler normally, right? Control R is ruler. Yeah, my binds are always weird though. Like they really are. I wish I could actually like use modern Photoshop, but I think it's way too expensive. And considering that like I did buy Photoshop once, back when it was possible to just buy software and own it, I kind of don't want to buy it on a monthly basis. Hold on. Did I just do fucking Zelda? Okay, never mind. I don't think that keyboard is used for anything now. I think that's just it. But maybe you arrange, right, maybe, right, listen. Maybe you open the holes for just each of the notes. No. I just don't get how it wants me to input this. Like, oh, it's so difficult to explain. Alright, if this is... Fuck, I just hit the mic, I'm sorry. If this is the note sequence here, right? This is what the note sequence normally is, right? C, C sharp, D sharp, then F, G, G sharp, and A sharp, right? B flat. Yes? If that's the normal note sequence, it then changes to this sequence when the tide is at this level. Amazing. Fantastic. Great. We know that it's a new moon and it's this level of tide, so we know the sequence has changed to this. But how do you put in that sequence? How do you put in those notes? Well, we got shown the organ, and it says that you can change the tone or the frequency of the notes by opening and closing the different valves. Great, right? So the valves would have open and closed things. Open and close settings. And the valve covers, funnily enough, have those symbols for the notes. Great. Sounds great. So would that mean that they're all closed apart from this one, and then all closed apart from this one, then all closed apart from this one, and then you're inputting a sequence of 7 notes? Is that what you're meant to do? So for example, this one's closed now, right? This one is also closed. They're all closed. And then maybe I'm pressing a button. And then I'm running around changing them after the note has played. So that one should be closed. That one should also be closed. So this one's the only one that should be open. That one should definitely be open, and then all the rest are now closed. And then I don't know what this does. So there's black ooze at the top and then black ooze at the bottom. And it looks like 1, 2, and 3 are blocked. Right, this one is left and right. Right, left and right dots. If I open that, does anything change? It does. So it's now showing that that is open. Great. So the reason that that didn't work a minute ago is because some of these are open that shouldn't be? The only one that should be open right now is the one that's got up and down. Left and right shouldn't be open, wherever that is. Oh. Alright, this is it, this is it. It should now be set to the right input. The fuck? Maybe this just needs to be closed because it's the new moon, and then that's why it's not working. What the fuck? Dude, I don't get this at all. I really don't get this. This is showing the valves if they're open or closed, right? And then the first one in the sequence is up and down. There's nothing else I can press. Why is it not doing anything? I guess I could trial and error these 4 positions until I get a noise. Yeah, there's no noise coming out. Open and close, tuning the organ by opening and closing the right tubes. Plural. Plural. But then, fucking hell, dude. I feel like I've been stuck on this puzzle for an hour and a half, and I basically have been. I've been in this area for an hour and a half, and I haven't solved this puzzle. That's the first input. It should play a note. It should play the note when I do something, and I think what I'm meant to do is press this button. But it won't play shit. Oh, dude. Let me just open some random fucking holes. Does this do anything? No. Maybe I do the opposite. Maybe more holes need to be open. Doesn't this look like the phases of the moon though as well? So this would be a new moon at the top, and then like a half moon, and then like waxing, waning, and then full at the bottom. Right? And it's meant to be closed. It's meant to be closed like this. Fuck it, let's open all the holes. It said that they were working on repairing the organ and getting it to work, and that's why they cut up pieces of the ship and moved it inland. Like, that's why Harry told Frank to do that. Harry told Frank to bring the pieces of the ship up here. Because they wanted to fix the organ and get it to work. Okay, now when I look at the black ichor, it should have 6 black lines and 1 clear area. Oh fuck. Oh yeah. This one is wrong. I am fucking... Oh my god. I've got something wrong. Something's wrong. Something is fucking wrong. Why doesn't my big pipe organ work? What's happening here? I really don't know what I'm doing wrong. The organ should work. It should definitely work. I don't even know where I'm going now. I'm going back to the boat because I feel like that thing in the captain's quarters gives me a code. I really don't get this. Oh.
A burned photo. I can't make out what's in it.
What is it meant to be? It looks a bit like... It's like a wrench, but then it kind of looks like a tribal thing, like a Polynesian... I'm actually getting a little bit frustrated. For as casual a walking simulator as this game is, I'm a little bit frustrated that the organ isn't like just working. It really feels like what should happen is I should press the button and it plays a note, and then I have to play the notes in the right sequence by opening the right holes, right? Like, that's it. It doesn't feel like I should be expected to do much more than that for the puzzle. It doesn't look like there's anywhere else to access on the organ in order to like fix anything or replace anything. And I'm pretty sure that the thing in the ship's cabin is just a... What would you call it? A demonstration. It's like a demonstration of like the levitating property of the black ooze. I don't know, man. I'm gonna give myself like 15 more minutes. Maybe 20, because you have to do a lot of walking in this game. I'll give myself like 20 more minutes to solve this shit, and if I can't, I'm actually just gonna use a guide. No shame. I at least want to use a guide to know if I'm meant to do anything with this, or if this is literally just nonsense. Right? Because I fucking have been on this thing for like 20 minutes. At least 20 minutes on its own. There's no way, right? Like, there's no way this is actually something that you're meant to be able to solve. There's no way. This is unsolvable, right? Like, there's no way. I'm like waiting for it to spit something out. I'm waiting for it to like reveal a panel in the top, or I don't fucking know. I'm waiting for like maybe free frequencies that gives me free notes, and then if I play those free notes I get like a secret ending or some shit like that.
The Black Ooze's properties are perplexing.
Black Ooze test changes consistency, levitates when exposed to different vibrations and frequencies. I'm out. I am out of here. I'm pretty certain that I don't need to do anything else here. I just need to be up on the mountain. I need to work out how to get the mountain to play a note though. How do I get it to play a noise? There's something on the mountain that I'm missing. I actually feel like there's something missing in the notes page. If you look at every other notes page, the pages are filled in, right? And any gaps are on the right side. Whereas this one, there's like some shit missing here. Like, how have I missed something here? What about in log? Is there anything missing in log? It looks like there's a huge gap here as well, right? Harry manages to activate the organ, which revealed something at the top of the mountain, another temple maybe, and he intended to build some sort of machine up there. This structure is magnificent, but I have no idea how it was built. The sounds are mesmerizing. It's like something from another world. You haven't even heard the fucking sounds, because you haven't even worked out how to do it yet, dumbass. Yeah, I'm missing some piece of information. 100%. There is some piece of info that I haven't looked at. Possibly something that's like... maybe even like before the piano?
Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole. Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
So, is this recording? Mm-hmm. Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart.
Photographic film.
Maybe it was never meant to play music.
Wait. Where have you been this whole time?
She says it's fixed. Maybe it was never meant to play music, but that was the
Someone
music
here
box.
had a green thumb. A portable typewriter.
Yeah, there's the music box, and then they were getting attacked and
What
blah blah
happened on
blah.
this ship?
Captain's quarters, and then I did have a look at this. It said ship's cook, blah 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 blah. Fuck.
Someone took notes.
I'm getting a little bit tired of this.
Looks like Frank wanted to leave, but I don't know if Harry ever read this letter.
Our lives are in danger on the island. Look what happened to Dr. DeWitt. The man is going completely bananas. I really think we should get off the island as soon as possible. Mr. Everhart was determined to leave until he found that organ thing. This is Miss Ward writing that to Frank.
police medical, the doctor was certainly well supplied with all kinds of substances. A white fedora. It's really dirty. A handkerchief with the letters EDW embroidered on it. It's stained with blood and black ooze. Discarded clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time.
The only thing extra I saw there was DeWitt's clothing and that one secret letter. Yep, I am so stuck. This is crazy.
You always did have a good ear, Harry. How can someone build something like this out of stone?
Waves push air through carved stone tubes. Yeah, great, right? But like, how do I get the air to go through the tubes? Shouldn't it just be the tide? Shouldn't I be hearing a constant drone, and as I open and close the things, that the tide is like moving the air? I still feel like there's supposed to be a shortcut as well. I really do. Why is there not a shortcut between here and the mountain?
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though. What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
And then there's like, look, there's 3 levitating platforms up there in the air. Like, it's showing 3 platforms up there. The fishman is like making it happen. Oh, dude, I don't even know. It's frustrating not knowing, like, what I'm doing wrong. Why is there a part of the notes missing? Genuinely don't know what goes there. I get extra stressed as well because I'm so like sure that it just becomes a really boring YouTube video, or it becomes like a really boring Twitch stream to watch. Like, anybody tuning in right now would be like, why is this guy just walking around in circles like an idiot? Why isn't he actually playing the game? You know? I'm so tempted to use a walkthrough guide, but if I use a walkthrough guide, what was the point of playing the game? Every single game I've played on Twitch since the last 10 years of streaming, and every like YouTube video I've made, it is a last resort to use a walkthrough guide. It is like, I have to be super desperate.
Harry isn't usually very...
Is it possible that because I don't have the note telling me about the first part of this puzzle, right? Like, I don't have the note here. Is it possible that that is stopping the puzzle from completing? That's gonna open when I play the right notes. That's gonna change. That has to be where we're going next. But what the fuck, man? It's not even like you can press it and play the wrong note by accident. It's not even like it lets you do that. It doesn't let you do anything up here. Like, pressing this button should play the wrong note. Alright, fuck it. Let's close all the holes again. I am convinced, utterly convinced, when we came up here this was open, and I'm so convinced that you're meant to make it go closed. Because it's the new moon and there's no moon in the sky. I'm so convinced of that. The position of that has to be important, and it's definitely that there's meant to be a... It's meant to be closed. Right, this one's meant to be open, because it's the first one in the sequence.
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
And it makes sense that the sequence would change when the tide changes, because it would play a different frequency based on the tide, right? Like, that's the whole idea of this. I have one open that shouldn't be. No, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it at all. Like, this is it. It has to be it. The only other thing that I'm thinking it could be is that you solve the thing in the ship with the free levitating platforms and it gives you a code. But even if it did, I don't know what that code would even be used for. Like, what would that even mean? I so don't want to Google it. In order of her note-taking in her book and how the notes appear, the first note would have to be found before the piano, which means it's either found in the boat or it's found in the camp. Those are the only places where that note could be found. Just gonna follow the power cables real quick. So the cable that has 2 leads on it always leads to a plunger, and then you like pull the plunger and it gives you power to another area. Until here. Yeah, until here. Oh my god, I found an Easter egg. If you keep going, it gives you like an ink doodle of the woman jumping into the black ooze. Why do I keep calling her the woman? I'm pretty sure we've heard her name. Why would like she not talk about this giant hand that's here? Nope. One more time. Back on the boat. I'm gonna give myself like a couple of minutes to fuck around with it, and then that's it. I have to Google it. I have to just give in. It's been an hour and 52 minutes on this chapter, and the other chapters were just an hour long each. This one is an hour and 52, and I'm still not done. It has to be something so fucking obvious. But like, why is it not playing any notes? I've tried this, the hole in the ground that shows the moon phases. I've tried in every position. I've tried having every hole open except from the frequency I want to play, and I've tried having every hole closed except from the frequency I want to play.
Apparently, Harry's expedition waited for a long time to be rescued. Did they give up hope?
Oh my god.
I'd better write down those numbers in my journal.
Why though? Because I still don't know why. I still don't know fucking why. I really still don't know why I want the numbers in the first place. The numbers are C. Like it would play a C note. 349 would be an F. And then 415 would be a G sharp. Oh my god, I can't believe I fucking solved that shit. And I didn't even have to Google it. And it fills in the space. It fills in the space. But I don't know what it's for. Oh no.
Press call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is
I don't know what it's for. I really don't.
but we're stranded on this island. Please send help.
The only thing it could be is, right? The only thing it could be, this is like a weird one, but like maybe, is that maybe they need to be open all the time. So the 262 is the one with the hole in the middle. Maybe that one has to be open all the time in order to play a chord, or... Oh my god. You know, Steam just gave me a message on my phone saying that one of the games on my wishlist is on sale. I think it's wanting me to abandon this game. I think it's wanting me to play something else. It's like... My review for this game is going to be one line. It's going to be, if I have to levitate one more fucking rock, that's what it's going to be. If I have to levitate one more fucking rock, I am done. Alright, what I actually should do is go back to the piano. So C, F, and G sharp. I played the piano so much that there's no way I didn't already put in that combination. But I guess we could try. Maybe it makes this thing in the back do something. Yeah, 262 is C, 349, and 415. But it doesn't do anything, right? Why is it important? Why is that important at all? I really don't understand why that's important if it doesn't actually do anything. Fuck. Like, the piano was just there so that you could play notes and get frequencies. And in a way, right, why the fuck does it matter? Because, like, hold on. When you're setting the stone things to be open and closed on the organ, you're using these symbols, right? Why the fuck does it matter what the frequencies are on these symbols if you're just following the symbols anyway? What was the point of mapping out this is the number and it's this musical note and it's this symbol? Like, what was the fucking point of that? I don't get that at all. I mean, yes, it's important lore-wise. Maybe lore-wise they used the little frequency device near the pipes so that they could hear like what each frequency was and they wrote it down. But it's not important for me. I just need to know the shapes. I just need to know which shapes to press. Which doesn't seem to be fucking working, so maybe it is more important, but there you go. If I had to guess right now, what I meant to do is I meant to open C, F, and G, right? Which is 1 block, 4 blocks, and then, sorry, G sharp, which is 2 blocks. I meant to open all 3 of those and then let it play the note. But I don't know. It's so confusing. You'd think it would just be like a big keyboard, and I don't know. So yeah, 1 block. So this one should be open, and then F is 4 blocks together, and then yeah, G sharp is this one. So this one's open too. Yeah, that one's open. Come over here and have a look. Yeah, so the one that's the top and bottom is open and shouldn't be. Fantastic sound design in this game. I don't think I've praised that enough. Right, if this does fucking nothing, I'm gonna cry. I'm actually gonna, like, physically break down. Because look, the white diamond is set at the new moon symbol. We have the notes from this frequency thing. We have C, which is the 1 square, or 1 diamond. We've got 349, which is F, which is the 4 diamonds, right? And then we have 415, which is G sharp, which is the left and right diamonds. What the fuck, dude? How is this not the right solution? I'm gonna open this to a half moon and try it again. At this point, I'd be more surprised if something did happen Alright. That's now on a new moon, and there's no way it's a half moon, so I don't get it. Alright, and then I'll open the one that has the north and south filled in parts, because that's the first note in the sequence here on the right. And then I'm googling it because I can't even get it to make a note. That's it. It's not even making any noise. I don't get it. How is it not even making a noise? Is there anything I'm missing? I'm so like hesitant to Google it. I'm so hesitant. Because I know Googling it is like essentially just like giving me the answer. It's a puzzle game. It's not going to be like Googling a weakness to a Dark Souls boss where it says, hey, use lightning, and then I have to go and like still put in some effort. Alright, that's it. It's getting fucking Googled. Alright, Call of the Sea. Apparently there's 6 chapters. The game... Hold on. The game's only meant to be 5.5 hours long. I am 4 hours in and I'm only on chapter 3 out of 6. Like, what the fuck? Alright. Flick the switches, get the power, backtrack to the area with the captain's quarters. We did that. Goal here is to turn each knob until a green light below the black ooze. As you turn the dials, the piece of black ooze will move. Yeah. So they don't actually tell you how to solve that puzzle. They just tell you the puzzle needs to be solved, and then they have a separate link to go and find the answer. But we did that on our own, so that's fine. Once you've got it, a number will appear. Nora will write it down. Her name's Nora. Okay. You can head back out. However, there's a switch mounted on the wall near the top of the ladder that sends electricity outside. Yeah, we did that. There will be a switch to the left with a blinking light. Flip this and it will illuminate the camp. There will be a wooden pole to the far right with strange markings on it. Check this out first, then check out the campsite. In the first tent on the right, you'll find several different items to interact with. There's also a recorder on the right side of the tent. The tents next to the one have a paper, dates on it, and an amulet inside them. In the center of the area, which appears to be a kitchen, you'll find photographs of the expedition. Yeah. Once you're done searching around here, take the path to the left, tent closer to Lady Shannon. You'll find a lit workshop to your left. Harry was working there on some kind of machine. Check out the various items around the tent and turn around and take the wooden planks path behind you. Make your way up and around and you'll reach another well in the ground. Just ahead of it you'll find a strange mechanism. Hit it, it'll flip over to show you symbols and black ooze. Alright, so this is like the place we're looking at right now. To the right of it, by a light, you'll also find a little box to open. The sheet inside gives basic details on how the structure and the symbols are at work. And finally, to the right of the area with the instructions, you'll find stairs. Head down them and take note of the symbols at the bottom indicating the tide. Great, we did that. Though this is the main puzzle area, don't worry about it right now. Instead, head back down. Time to explore the cave behind. Okay, find a switch. This little cave, you find a tent. I'm just basically reading the whole fucking guide because I don't want to miss anything. I have to read it again. Alright, Nora takes note of the things on the projector. We got that. To your left, you find a projector. Oh, fuck, okay. There isn't too much to look at. Choose to head upstairs. To your right, you'll have a view of the ship. To your left, a mural of a structure. Right, so that isn't a shortcut. It's literally just what I said. Head back to the big area on the ground. Nora opens up her journal to find which symbols match the numbers jotted down from the puzzle. So from left to right, it's the first symbol on the piano keys, the fourth and the sixth. Yeah, right, we got that. Then use the chart on the other page to convert them in order to figure out which one needs to be open. It's not a fucking sequence. It's just a conversion table. It's not a sequence. It's a fucking conversion table. You are fucking kidding. Oh my. Because those are the tones it would make, but the tones shift because of the tides. That's way more clever. I was giving it like less credit than oh my god. I'm not looking any further in the guide because like I still. So does that mean that it's only gonna play notes when it's right? That's fucked, right? And it is a chord, and it did need the thing on the boat. So a C is no longer a C. A C is now 392, which is a G. My god. And the G is like an arrow pointing up and an arrow pointing down. And then the 349, which is normally 4, is no longer 4, it's now 1, which is a C. And it's just one diamond in the middle. And then 415, which is normally a G sharp, is no longer a G sharp, which is like right and left. It's now 2 diamonds next to each other, which is a C sharp. I feel stupid, but I also feel like this isn't a puzzle that gives you a lot of positive feedback, right? And I genuinely thought it was going to be a tune that it plays. So this needs to be open because it's the C. This needs to be open because it's the C sharp. This one is closed. And this one is closed. This thing in the middle, I bet I'm right on this. I didn't look it up in the guide yet. I'll look it up in the guide if I get it wrong. This one's also closed and that one's closed. Good, good, good. And then here, this one is open. I guess I could have checked this from the console. But if I checked the console and it was closed or open, if it was wrong, I wouldn't be able to look it up. I was right. This does need to be closed.
What kind of magic is this?
I feel so fucking stupid. Why didn't I see that it was a conversion table? Like, it's clearly a conversion table. It has, like, arrows pointing. I just really thought that, like, this was the normal sequence that you would play, and then it converts into this sequence. I guess maybe because I found the first piece of evidence last. So, the first piece of evidence being these 3 things that show the things hovering at the same level. Right? Like, this is the chord you play to get them to hover at the same level. I didn't know that that was the goal. Because it is, like, it's just a flat path. If I'd known, oh my god. I spent so long looking at this piece of the evidence that, oh my god, I just didn't get it. I just couldn't get it. If you were to say that the bridge you're making is flat, and I'd be like, oh, okay, so it's flat like this, so it needs to be the same as this, so it's these 3 frequencies. Oh my god. I feel so dumb. Anyway, if this is chapter 3, this would mean that we're now on to chapter 4, and then there's 5 and 6. this going to be another letter to Nora from...
My dear old pal,
It is.
I think I'm getting closer to understanding what is happening to you, but it is taking a toll on my sanity. As fascinating as this island and its ancient and unfathomable wonders may seem, it's also a place plagued with misfortune and calamities. We lost Roy at the campsite. We almost lost our engineer on this beach. The doctor went mad and stabbed him with a strange knife. And all because of this island, Nora. Initially, we were optimistic and in high spirits, but now we've all become resentful and discouraged. Even I can feel how I am constantly assaulted by dark thoughts. Anyway, if what I am going through here helps me find you a cure, it'll have been worth it. I hope to find an answer in the temple on that mountain peak. Love you always, Harry.
My poor Harry. He is worried, exhausted, disheartened. I will find you, my love.
My dear old pal, I think I'm getting closer to understanding what is happening to you.
I just glitched it.
Taking a toll on my sanity.
I clicked the
As
letter
fascinating
again,
as this
and
island
it started
and its
playing it
ancient,
without the cinematic.
unfathomable wonders may seem.
It's now
It's
frozen.
also
I
a
can't
place
move it.
plagued with misfortune and calamities.
I wonder if
We
it
lost
will
Roy at
give
the
me control
campsite.
at the end of this.
We almost lost our engineer on this beach. The doctor went mad and stabbed him with a strange knife. And all because of this island, Nora. Initially, we were optimistic and in high spirits, but now we've all become resentful and discouraged. Even I can feel how I am constantly assaulted by dark thoughts. Anyway, if what I am going through here helps me find you a cure, it'll have been worth it. I hope to find an answer in the temple on that mountain peak. Love you always, Harry.
Right, done.
Poor Harry.
I can move
He
again.
is worried, exhausted, disheartened. I will find you, my love. Let's see what the next one does.
I don't think this is a sequence. I think this is just, you know, you press all four of them. It opens up all the keys out of the mountain. Fucking cool, by the way. Fucking cool. Like, the whole game is really cool, but this is insane. It is such a good looking game. Design choices and just overall everything just looks amazing. Ta-da. Yeah, like, look at this. How can you not be impressed?
That's it. That's where Harry must have gone.
I keep thinking I'm gonna find some type of Easter egg if I keep looking out into the water. Nah. I should save it.
I'm not sure why, but I don't feel this island is dangerous. Maybe it's because I haven't spent as much time here as Harry did.
Probably gonna get a cutscene and then it'll be on to chapter 4. Really cool illustrations as well, like between levels. I wonder if they were
That was
concept art
quite a
or if they
hike.
came after. Like, did they come after to become those loading splash screens? Look at this area. This game so many like different environments for this one island to have. And it's really well lit. It doesn't like dwell on the fact that it is kind of like a spooky mystery game and make everything dark.
I've been seeing these horseshoe-shaped pillars all the way up. Do they mark a path?
Alright, anyway, I just want to see
At the
like...
top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here.
I want to get to the top of this, just have a look at what this area is going to be like, and then...
Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it.
There's like a warbling on the screen that looks a bit like heat distortion. I think it's the rain. I think it's a warp that's meant to like simulate the rain. Alright, what I was gonna say is I wanted to get up here and see
These
what
drops of rain are so
was
refreshing.
going on, and then
Feels
maybe
really good.
maybe I'm just gonna save it and play this again tomorrow. I overestimated what I was gonna get done today because I heard it was a 5.5 hour game. It's literally been 2 hours and 18 minutes to get to the start of chapter 4, which would mean halfway through. Maybe I'm really bad at puzzle games.
Are these figures singing like a choir?
Alright, I'm out of here. GG. Auf Wiedersehen. Thanks for watching. This will probably end up being 4 parts if I'm like really slow on the next couple of puzzles. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. I feel like the story's pacing is really good. Even despite me taking so long, the pacing and momentum is still there. Yeah. Good night. Thanks for watching. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Bye. Good night.